it's a big mistake for Ukrainians. Try to start something new from scratch. The most successful team, it's mix between British and Ukrainians. If you will start your business with this mindset that you could sell this business, can sell this business in the future, you will do everything completely differently. UK, it's about clubs and association. I think military direction now is like boom for everyone.
Is it because the war?
It's because the war, because a lot of data about the war. Money just go to these people.
Identity Talks, episode 4. Today's theme is what Eastern Europeans don't understand about business in the UK. Let me just introduce my guest today. Today I'm sitting down with a man who doesn't just analyze businesses, he fixes them. A Ukrainian specialist who has spent years teaching companies how to scale, how to structure themselves, and how to survive in a British market that doesn't tolerate chaos. He's worked with SMEs,
small and medium-sized businesses is called.
Boards, investors, and founders who dream big but often don't understand the system behind success. This conversation is not polite. It's about identity, culture, ambition, and the brutal reality of businesses in the UK. No filters. Welcome to our Identity Talks. And Sergii Savytskyi, thank you for being on my show.
Yeah, thank you for invitation.
No worries. Let's go through identity back. Who is Sergei behind the title? So, Sergei, tell me a little bit about your background from Ukraine to the time that you came to UK. Just quick 2 minutes.
Okay. I have like different life. One life, it's about lecturing, and I'm PhD. I have 5 master's degree and a lot of theoretical knowledge about business, about scaling and so on. I was mentoring in different universities, different teams, and it's gave me exactly theoretical knowledge. And I'm an entrepreneur, and exactly in Ukraine, I built from scratch my own franchise chain. It was in 20 different cities and 3 different countries, in Kazakhstan and East Europe as well. I sold that one to Americans. And that's why, I built from scratch manufacturing. It was in East Ukraine as well, unfortunately completely destroyed by Russians, but I had this experience to set up something, grow something, attract investment, and exactly scale. And if we're talking about UK market and European market, it's a bit different, but this, how you said, theoretical and practical knowledge is so important, exactly with SMEs. Here in UK, I was graduate from UWL, University of West London Business School, and exactly my dissertation was about how to scale SMEs with interacting investment and exactly artificial
intelligence.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question: What made you come to UK? So, realistically, you came because of the war. What were you expecting versus reality? What were you expecting before coming to UK regarding with your theoretically and all the businesses that you've done in Ukraine, coming to into UK? What was your expectation versus the reality? What you saw?
Honestly, it a lot. And first of all, it's about system, because I thought that Ukraine system is too complicated, like for small businesses. But here in UK, I realized that the system is more complicated than for Ukrainian businesses. Small and medium-sized businesses in Ukraine, if you would like to do business, is much more easier. It's about digitalization, it's about taxes and so on. It's more comfortable there and so on. Here in UK, small businesses, yes, micro and small businesses, they all time surviving because about taxes. Minimum one example about taxes. You need to pay taxes for this year and for the next year in advance. I think for the big business or medium-sized businesses is okay, but for small entrepreneurs and self-employed, it's a huge difference. And exactly for startups, it's sometimes it's a key point, because all resources that you have, you need to invest in your marketing, your business coaching, education, and so on. And yeah, it's one of the difference. But another one, it's about communication as well. That a lot of small, like if you're talking about Ukraine in UK, between these countries, networking event and business education, practical business education. If you're talking about universities, UK has amazing universities, like all kind of specialization and so on. But if you're talking about practical knowledge, in Ukraine we have some short practical courses where people could pick up quickly some simple practical stuff. Here in UK, but not in UK, in London, because we're based in London, it's more than coaching, consulting, and so on. But it's expensive. It's a minimum like £150 per hour you need to pay for any advice. And for small businesses, it's sometimes it's disaster to pay. It seems like disaster, because when you have this knowledge and understanding about business and would like to grow your business, you have no choice. You have to get business education or business consultancy, and it's world experience.
I want to ask you this: what was your first shock when entering the British business environment here?
Taxes.
That was the biggest shock for you.
Because it's very hard to understand how small businesses have to survive exactly in the early stages. I think that's why the statistics of dying, I was talking about businesses, small business, is huge, because in that stage of business, it's so important when there's governmental support. Taxes is a very good example.
At what moment did you realize, when you're in the UK, at what moment did you realize I need to relearn everything to succeed there?
I think the same cases all over the world. You do your mistakes, like our mistakes let us learn and grow. It's about entrepreneurs. It's my friends, like people who know the same. We did mistake, we learn very quickly, because when you waste your money, it's the best. It's the best teacher.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next topic: is Eastern European mindset versus British business culture. Question for you: what is the biggest mindset gap between Eastern Europeans and British professionals?
It's about speed, and because here in UK everything's settled, everything is understandable. That's why period of making decision, and exactly different project could be 6 months, 1 year, and sometimes when person said that I need something quickly, you said, okay, let's do it. He said, no, in 2 months I will have one spot for our meeting. Difference between exactly East Europe and Ukraine, it's exactly timing. Sometimes it's reality and practical like cases. Sometimes my clients came to me and said, we need this one in a week, and we have like some marketing, some landing page, some hypothesis for test in a week. Like here in UK, it will be minimum in 3-4 months. It's pluses and minuses, because when you do something in rush, then you could do more mistakes. It's true, But if you're talking about business and hypothesis, you need to do different tests. I think you like entrepreneur as well. You know it. That's
maybe. I want to ask you another question: is does our directness help us or sabotage us in business? If what I mean is that as Eastern Europeans, as Ukrainians, people from the East, we are too direct. We say how it is, straight face. Does it help us, or does it sabotage our business?
Everyone is unique. Every nation is unique. And the most important to understand this culture difference because if I understand that you are Ukrainian or you are British, then you immediately have completely different mindset.
Yes.
If you will talk like British, and you do some mistake or I don't know some action, you will feel completely different if you understand about language, because pronunciation, so jokes and so on. That's why I think more British culture understand Ukrainian culture and Ukrainian people. It's more easier to have a deal and to manage all these questions. It's not about directness. It's about understanding another culture, because it's okay. It's not rude. You understand it's not rude for Ukrainians. It's okay when he said like directly what he's saying. About British, the same. It's a very polite, kind people and so on. And sometimes they like direct answer and so on, because our global world, and all this mess nowadays, sometimes you need direct answer, like in a polite way, but not in a
rude way.
Yeah.
Cool. Now I'm going to go to the third topic. What Ukrainians should know before starting a company in the UK. And I know you're an expert on this. I would like to ask you, what are the top mistakes Ukrainians make when launching a business in the UK?
Exactly. I do business brokerage as well, selling and buying business and M&A. And I think if you have some resources, the best decision to buy a business which struggle with some finance structure or something, or retirement, it's a very good reason in a UK market, because it's a big mistake for Ukrainians try to start something new from scratch in a foreign country with like simple language, simple understanding of system and so on. If you will buy the same company like yours in Ukraine with some problems, it's like 2 or 3 times better than you will do something by yourself. Why? Because UK market, it's how you said, it's unique market, and here in UK a lot of customers, they follow their companies ages, and sometimes it could be non-profitable company, but they have a lot of clients from 5-7 years, and you will add better service, you will add some products, and this company will be successful. And again, if exactly I have resources, for me better to buy
an existing company that was
existing company. And it's very important to mention it's about possibilities, because some people said that if I don't have money or resources, it's unaffordable for me. No, it's not true. Here in UK, if you will buy a business and this existing business has some profit and so on, you could get some money from a bank or some private lenders and so on. It's easy. It's not so difficult how we think sometimes.
Okay, thank you. What are the hidden costs and responsibilities people never consider?
Hidden cost. I think it's about marketing, because it's completely different market. And so I know a lot entrepreneurs from Ukraine who did the same marketing strategy like in Ukraine or in Europe. It's unfortunately, it's completely different, like style, information, and so on and so on. And they waste a lot of money for exactly marketing, local marketing. Again, or sometimes they use Ukrainian marketing agency to promote some products or services here in UK. And the money is the same money of value, maybe a bit difference, but my recommendation will be to use exactly UK marketing agency and people to promote that product or your product exactly in UK. It's a very smart decision. It's not decision or my thoughts. It's my mistakes and mistakes of my friends.
I know a lot of Ukrainian entrepreneurs here in the UK, like you said, they like to use marketers, SMM from Ukraine, because one of the things is a lot cheaper. Think about a pound and Ukraine hryvnia is a lot of things. So they use marketers from Ukraine. In one way, it's good because you're giving Ukrainians in Ukraine a job, a business they can run. But on the other side is that the marketers in Ukraine, they don't understand European markets, do they? Or do they?
Look, I think it's a mix. The most successful team, it's mix between British and Ukrainians. All successful businesses now in UK, from London Business Club or different clubs, it's mix between British. It's like it's partnership, yeah. Because exactly British entrepreneurs and partner, he or they understand a lot about local markets, about law regulations and so on. Ukrainians could provide amazing service, products, structured, very like amazing team, and sometimes like how you said, better to do something outsourced, yeah, like design and so on. But you need to person who follow you, yeah, to exactly what kind of design, what kind of mistakes you could do exactly for local market. That's why local person has to be in your team if you would like to work in UK market. And I think everyone is realized now in this stage, but it's not only about UK markets, it's about world expansion. If you would like to work anywhere, you need to local person, because only that person understand, save a lot of money for you.
Cool, thank you. I'm going to go for the next topic, scaling small businesses, because I know you know how to scale businesses. What systems must exist before a company can scale safely?
My experience shows that exactly structure of the company and structure of the exactly business, it's a success key anywhere, because you need to start with just simple systematization, all information in one simple document. Because for small and small and medium-sized businesses, it's so important to understand very quickly, in a second, any information about your business, because opportunities everywhere. You can't understand who you met in a couple minutes, and if you can't present yourself and explain about your business, about your possibilities and so on, about your structure, about your business plan, yeah, exactly, finance, yeah, then you can't like to be not to be successful, to use all these possibilities in a best way. Yeah, that's why in my case, simple structuring any project, micro, small businesses, and even medium-sized businesses is so important. And yes, you asked me about my background. We realize more than 100 different projects in the different markets: Ukraine, Europe, UK, United States, Dubai, and that region, and Austria, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have this understanding what, especially if we're talking about investment or scaling their businesses to create franchise chain or so on. Because even small business could be successful and have great growth if they will understand about their business model. A lot of small businesses, they all times in their routine, all times, like 24/7. And sometimes they just have no time to stop and understand their business model and so on. And after that, in a couple years, you have like 24 hours for do your job, yeah, but you can't understand the way of your scaling.
Cool. Thank you. You're talking about industries, and I want to talk about this. Which industries are realistically scalable for Ukrainians in the UK?
IT, hospitality, because exactly, it's true they're very good in services, like to provide service, and manufacturing as well, but only with a local partner. Yeah, IT, manufacturing, hospitality. Maybe something else, but I don't. I don't like speak about military direction at all. But in this case, yes, everyone who working with something like any supply chain and so on, it's a very great opportunity to work and cooperate.
As we both know, every company has a founder. How do you scale? How do you scale without burning the founder out?
Say again, please.
How do you scale? Як тобі пояснити? Добре, forget this question. We'll go next. Let's go next topic. Why most entrepreneurs fail with processes?
The previous one was about the couple owners in the one business, yeah?
No, the previous question was how do you scale? How do you scale without burning the founder out? Знаєш, як тобі сказати, як...
Вихід по-російки?
Фаундер. Як фаундер росте. Як можна, що фаундер росте, що він не згорів? Оце.
Yeah. It's the most important, I think, because the founder is the main person in his business, and his mental health, his just health, and so on. It's so important. Without the founder, the team and everything just gone in a 1 week, I think. That's why, in my case, I do sport. I have family, I love my family and my friends, and they give me a lot of amazing energy, exactly because I am in my business world, they have their own world, and sometimes I like their world, and so on. And a lot of people said about yoga, yeah. It's a very simple, and but it's a very, very productive because it's healthy. You have some time for understanding just simple stuff about your life and about your aims. Because when you are in routine, when you have a lot of stress nowadays, if you're talking about Ukrainians, it's simple, yeah. Every Ukrainian family has a lot of stress every day, even today, yeah. That's why it's very hard. That's why mental health for anyone is important, but for entrepreneurs it's important because it's not about only his life. It's about lives, his stuff, and sometimes it's hundreds people. That's why, do sport, and you need protect yourself. I speak with a lot of business owners. Sometimes these people honestly hardworking, yeah. But sometimes it's too much. And how you said, if it's a problem for whole company. That's why we need to take care about ourselves. Yeah, and how I said, sport, yoga, friends, family, maybe about holidays. It's very hard to mention. We have a lot of joke, yeah. When the business owner, small business or medium-sized businesses, he all times with his phone or laptops anywhere.
Yeah.
It's true. But you need to find the way where you can find this energy. And it's so important in your schedule, if you have a places or people which exactly who give you energy, you need to do this every week. It's 100%. If you have a tough schedule, these people, these places, this kind of sport, have to be in your schedule. It's like 100%. You can't skip it.
So you're saying you have to schedule everything on your timer, to schedule even for having rest, friends and family.
Yeah, and exactly, especially those things which give you energy.
Okay, I'm going to go for the next topic. Why most entrepreneurs fail with processes. I want to ask you this question: what process failures do you see in the most amongst immigrants-led businesses?
Exactly, it's a very nice question. It's artificial intelligence, because exactly in my dissertation I do research about what is good or what is not good. Yeah. And unfortunately, an artificial intelligence, it's like a tool. You could use it like a tool with some knowledge and some understanding. And sometimes small businesses use this tool like without some specific understanding, like business plan. Yeah, for example. And this business plan, it's so important for everyone, but for small businesses is how you said, it's a big challenge. And if artificial intelligence will do a business plan for you, you need to follow this business plan. And sometimes in this stage, I don't know what will be in 1 year or 2 years, but in this stage, sometimes a lot of mistakes there, and without proper consultation, finance people and so on, the person can fail, and very quickly. That's why for those people who will listen us, finance, it's a problem. It's not a problem for a lot of people. It's just they don't like all these finance figures and so on, but it's so important in business. And my recommendation will be to get this knowledge or to have this consultation with that person, because business plan in finance model of your business is so important.
Thank you. How do you diagnose a company's weaknesses in the first 20 minutes?
It's exactly, if we're talking about artificial intelligence, we have two analyses. It's SWOT analysis and PESTEL analysis. It's SWOT analysis about your weaknesses and strengths, and PESTEL analysis about external factors which exactly have influence to your business. And exactly you could, if the business, any business has a homepage, LinkedIn, I don't know, some description, marketing strategy, you could immediately pull all these links to artificial intelligence and ask him about SWOT analysis and PESTEL analysis. In a minute, will be some rubbish there, it's honestly, but will be very valuable information. In a minute, you will have just simple understanding about this direction, about this business. It's like, has some potential, or it's completely something wrong.
But you saying artificial intelligence, what about you? Did you go to businesses here in the UK where you personally went inside a business and within 20 minutes, you found out what's wrong with the business? Were there any cases like this you've done here before?
Yeah, it's, but exactly, it's expertise of any person and business consultant. In my case, it's like a lot of questions. It's business one owner or a couple owners. If it's a couple owners, it's completely different test, for this business, because it's completely different, because different responsibility between owners, relationship, and so on and so on, responsibility, expertise, and so on. If it's one owner, the first test is about business assistant. This one is, if he is alone, has amazing business, does he have business or personal assistant? If this person doesn't have this person, it's immediately give understanding that a lot of routine, a lot of unstructured processes in his business, like immediately in 1 minute. And another case about, if you ask person, could you send me your commercial, or could you, how I could arrange meeting with you? And if it will be more than, I don't know, 10 seconds answer, it means that we could work there like immediately, and in a month in that businesses they will double their productivity. I think.
You know, when you said about productivity, this is where I want to ask you, what small processes changes can instantly raise performance?
Say again, please.
What small process changes can instantly raise performance in the company?
Schedule for the company, exactly, because it could be schedule like for your personal schedule, and your company, and how you could operate these two schedules is so important. It's about productivity. In our cases, yes, if you're working with business owner in their companies, it could increase your productivity minimum in two times, because business, it's everything about networking, about your clients, about to catch up the right information and right person in the right moment. If you can't do it very quickly in this world, then you failed. Maybe it's not like you completely failed, but your competitors and new generation, it's completely different. They will have everything in a 5 minutes about analytics, about schedule a meeting with the right person and so on.
Cool. Let's go next. I want to talk about preparing a business for sale. Why are small businesses worth far less than the owners think?
Because it's a baby for them. It's your business, it's your baby. When you, in step by step, you all your resources, your time, and so on, you invest in that baby. And then after, someone asks how much it costs, and no, honestly, you feel completely different, like a father or mother. You understand what I mean? And sometimes it's completely different. It's unreal if you're talking about business. If you're talking about business, it's very simple. You have profit, you have assets. That's it. All assets, this asset have a market price. Your profit, it depends on your niche. It will be 1 year profit or will be 3 year profit. It depends about exactly how your business structured and what about pastel analysis. It's a trend. Is this business still alive in 3 years, or maybe some questions about this? And it's very simple. And when you show this formula, too simple to owners, it's not like immediately, but in a 1 month, in a 2 months, they will get there. It's my experience. But first of all, because everyone asks about what about business ideas, about development, about all our our expertise and so on. No, business is very simple. You have a profit. If you're talking about classic businesses, because technology is completely different. I could mention about technology a little bit, but if you're talking about classic businesses, everything is simple.
What do you mean by classic businesses? Which are classic businesses?
Classic businesses, restaurants, clinics, manufacturing, consulting companies, and so on and so on. Media, it's completely a bit different. It's but technology, it depends about technology. If you're talking about artificial intelligence, anything valuable new tool, it could be, I don't know, 100, 200 multiply, and so on and so on. No, it's a bit different, how I said. But if you're talking about just classic, how I said, it's very simple, and with just simple negotiation with owner, it's very simple. And another very good case, and very good example, it's about if you would like to sell someone something, just change your chair. Just change your chair and be another person when you would like to sell your business or your part of your business to someone. If you just do it with this mindset, you immediately will understand about value.
Question for you: How about founders? How early should founders start preparing for a potential exit?
It's the general question for me, immediately. Immediately. Why? Because it's about mindset. If you will start your business with this mindset that you could can sell this business in the future, you will do everything completely differently. Everything. Because you all times will think about, okay, if I need something quickly or like from the third part, it's okay or not? And then you immediately will have an answer. Oh, it's not okay. Because without this question, you just do a lot of stuff, a lot of business processes and so on. But sometimes, exactly, it's our client. Yeah. Thanks God we have a clients because they started like that. Because when they started, they think about business, about profit, about everything, about their families. But in this stage, they would like to sell their business and it works, it's profitable, but without this structure and understanding like how I could give my business to another person or another company, it's a big challenge. In one hand, it could be profitable. In 1 month, in your hands, it could be unprofitable. Only because this simple way is you lost like key stuff, some marketing, or forget something to bring. One of the last experience, we sold one company in West London, and exactly because the strategy was a bit wrong, maybe I could say, they lost the main client. One of the client, 40% of their profitability, and they lost it because in this transfer period they did some mistakes and this client is gone. And it's about the same. It's about like in one hand how you could transfer to another hands your business.
Cool, thank you. I want to go for another topic is that British market expectations. My question to you is that what expectation do British investors have that Ukrainians often ignore?
Oh, it's about the same. It's about just because British investors would like understand clear about business model and very good structure of this business and possibilities of growth and so on. Sometimes people and business owners from West Europe or East Europe, they have profitable company, and they understand that it works exactly in reality. But to show how it could work in British market or US market, it's a challenge for them. That's why, and exactly, I think that's why in this stage we have not so many these cooperations between like British business and Ukraine business. If you're talking about exactly medium-sized businesses, because they can't show in a like international standards how it works. Exactly how it's structured and so on and so on.
Why can't they show?
If you're talking about British market, you have a lot of standards in different niches. We have not so many standards exactly in Ukraine. In any standard.
Give me a standard.
Example about structure, company structure. It's a simple. We have international like knowledge, how company have to be structured, just a simple understanding who is responsible for which kind of like department responsibility and so on. A lot of Ukrainian companies, if you're talking about like small businesses and medium size, sometimes they don't have like clear structure of these companies. It's some simple example, but they're profitable, amazing team. They like have big growth, but they're not structured like with international knowledge and international understanding about business and so on. And some company don't want to do some changes in their company because they're already profitable, they are successful.
But can I ask you? But I want to ask you this question. So how comes certain Ukrainian companies are working with the British? How is that possible? Is it because they had a lawyer helping them to structure, a business consultant come into the company and help them to structure to the standard to the British?
Sometimes when British companies is interested in that product or services, exactly, their team help another team, Ukrainian team, to prepare everything for this market, because it's business all times about money. If you're interested to earn some money, or not some money, to have good product, you are interested. That's why you will do a lot of stuff to increase your profit. But it's only about consultants, consulting, about how I said, local partners, and but local partners and consultants. Exactly, legal people, they can't structure it. They could provide you service exactly with your tasks and so on, to open company, to and so on and so on.
Thank you. I want to ask you another question. What industries do UK investors avoid, and which one do they aggressively pursue?
Honestly, I think military direction now is like boom for everyone.
Is it because the war with Russia?
It's because the war, because a lot of data about the war and so on. I think Ukrainians, it's not so happy about that, but it's our reality, and it's a huge market if you're talking about business. Again, I don't like military direction, unfortunately, or fortunately, but in reality, it's a huge market all over the world, and exactly everyone now try to prepare in their country to, unfortunately. But military direction, supply military project, it's not exactly military, some military stuff, but something near this
in the sphere, basically.
In the sphere, yes. And what about avoid? It's a strange finance services or online banking, exactly, because I know a couple of online banking who try to explore in British market and so on. I think in this market a lot of nice banks, online services and so on, and exactly everything with finance. They try to be careful with cryptocurrency as well. Look about Dubai, about Ukraine, Europe, some countries, and about UK. They're very careful with all this cryptocurrency direction. I think it's our future. It's my thought, but it's a. You need to be careful with this niche, and exactly UK, one of the country who is very carefully with.
But we, as both us Ukrainians, we both know that the Russians use cryptocurrency as to exchange certain things, because obviously, as you know, SWIFT is closed for them. So they do use cryptocurrency.
Not only Russians.
The Chinese and other countries as well.
Yeah.
But then again, you see, there's also a lot of blood money, bad money that goes through cryptocurrency. So why would UK wanna? It's like, I'll give you an example. It's the same thing as London used to be called Londongrad, as you know. Londongrad, as in was a false Russian money going to be in the UK. In a way, I'm happy that UK is very cautious when it comes to cryptocurrency. I know some people saying that cryptocurrency and digital money is the future, but I'm happy that UK is kind of, you know what, let's be careful. We don't know what we're getting into. We may have a little bit of assets of cryptocurrency, but we're going to take our time. I think it's a good way doing it, because look at the corruption that's going around the world.
Yeah, it's true. But I just answer your question.
I know.
What the British is try to avoid and be very careful with that niche, and all unregulated niche as well. How I said exactly, UK has a lot of regulations, and if these businesses or direction unregulated in UK, exactly British businesses try to avoid because then you need a lot. It's like a new direction, and you need to spend more time, more money, and so on to do something with that.
I want to talk about leadership growth, identity and growth, because every business, in business, you need to be a leader, sometimes a forward thinker, and not only that, you also need to have a team that thinking about leadership. I want to ask you, what did the US Congress Open World Leadership Program teach you about leadership?
First of all, I think leaders, and I think you saw it as well, the leaders, it's like people could be a leaders, could learn this leadership. But a lot of leaders, you saw them from childhood. Mm-hmm. It's like you see 10 children, and one of the child all times try to manage some question and so on. And in my case as well, from childhood, I all times organize people, children, try organize events, football team, and so on. And exactly, I was 30, I think, when I got that place in that program. It was about 30 successful young people from Ukraine, from different niches, from politics, from journalists, non-governmental people, entrepreneurs, and so on. It gives you more knowledge and understanding and history about leadership and different kind, exactly in my case, different kind of leadership, because it seems that leader is leader, but no, it's like 10 different times, more than 10 different types of leadership. And just understanding this kind of leadership give you like amazing tool in your negotiation, because business, it's all times about negotiation. If you met another business owner and it's successful business, small, medium-sized, big businesses, it's mean that another person is a leader and understand the kind of his leadership. It's very important for you. You immediately could just in simple way understand this way of communication with this person. And sometimes we know now in our world a lot of new leaders, and kind of their way of communication. But how I said, in simple way, if you understand this kind of leadership, it gives you some key just for to finish your negotiation with some deal, or maybe not failed.
Sergei, I understand with you, because there's different leaders. There's like you have a leader in China, you have a leader in Russia. He's a completely different. We call him dictatorship. You have Zelensky, a leader. I think one thing that Zelensky did, and he showed leadership, he just showed bravery and courage in 2022, when the Americans said you have an opportunity to leave, but he didn't leave. He showed leadership down there. It takes a lot of strength for him to say, nope, I'm not leaving. I'm staying in my country, and we're gonna carry on fighting. That's why I think it takes a lot of leadership and courage. My next question to you is that what do Ukrainians misunderstand about leadership and authority?
I think it's Ukrainians is like respectful people, but maybe they scared, maybe. After this war time, they can't trust. I think it's a key. They can't trust anymore for someone, and it's about leadership as well, because in this stage, Ukrainians, a lot of my family lost everything. I am from East Ukraine. A lot of properties, offices, and so on and so on. And at this stage, it's a bit hard to trust someone, A leadership, it's when you're a leader, you need to get this trust from people around you. And maybe for Ukrainians, sometimes, if you're talking about like Ukrainians in UK, sometimes it's very hard to trust a new leaders in this country. It's mean business, politics, and so on and so on. And I think it's a challenge for Ukrainians in this stage. Without this trust, it's very hard to build any relationship and any successful business, because you try all times, you try be careful and
I do understand you, because at the end of the day, you buy a service from people who you trust. And if you don't trust them, you won't buy the services. My next topic for you is final advice for you.
And you will follow only the person you trust.
Yes, 100%. My final topic for you is final advice for Ukrainians and Eastern Europeans in the UK. I know we are concentrating more Ukrainians because we're both Ukrainians. We're trying to that, but also we think about Eastern Europeans because you do work with Eastern Europeans.
Yeah, today's topic it's about business. Yeah.
Yes, business.
Yeah, that's why my recommendation will be, first of all, how I said, if someone would like to open business in UK, he need to think about to buy business in UK, because it's more easy. Sorry about that. We have more. You have more possibilities, and that business will be successful, like in 2 times minimum, how I said. And it's my strong recommendation for people who would like to run business in UK or open business in UK or explore business in UK. Then about franchising. It's about franchising, because a lot of people from East Europe and Ukraine would like to open their own franchise here in UK. But British market shows that they trust more Americans, Americans businesses, franchise, and so on and so on. And in this stage, again, about collaboration. If you'd like to open your franchise chain in UK and so on, try to work with Americans, the same company who provide marketing and so on in UK about franchise and so on. And and about these business plans and business model. Spend this, I don't know, £1,000 for clear business model and business plan that you could clear present your business model and just for yourself. Because in my case, I see a lot of people, they have a lot of energy, great leadership, some clear understanding about business idea, but they can't understand about the business model of this business, about taxes as well. Because you can't do just product or services. You need to understand about how much you will pay all cost and taxes as well. And you need to understand, like an owner, that you will be profitable and successful exactly in this niche, in this market. And it's my recommendation.
Sergei, I know that you're in the UK, you came to UK. I know one thing you also did, because I was in your course. I know you do a course on business. And I have to be honest with you, I read loads of books on businesses. Your course, the way it's structured to understand business, it made me ask me 3 questions. Number 1 is that how important time is, because you did say having a schedule, even a schedule for having a time off. And I remember watching, I saw your schedule and it says 20-minute rest, blocks. I was like, what? A man needs rest. Let's just relax. You're a business owner. 2, what I've learned in your course, I still remember, is how it was structured. And it was detailed, something that books will never teach you. I know books will teach you that you got founders, you got this, but how to go deeper, it'll never teach you. And this is something I've learned in your course. And I want you to talk about your course a little bit here. 3rd thing I've learned in your business is that when I've asked myself, I said to myself, it's good that you do this business course, but there are people out there. I think there's 3 entrepreneurs out there. There are people that they need this course because they read many books and so forth, but they don't know how to step by step to do it. There's people that have a business and now they want to scale and make it bigger, but they don't know how to do it. So yes, they need that course so you can guide them or introduce them to other investors and so forth. But I've asked myself, but there's people that created businesses without even taking your courses, or maybe they have other courses, or maybe they've got other mentors and so forth. I thought to myself, how do people never read no business books, or they haven't done any courses, they didn't go to college, they didn't go to university? How is it that they would be able to open a business, and then if it's a small business, big business, great, and how is it some of them did a franchise without courses? Or because I was conflicted there, I was saying to myself, did they take any courses somewhere in between? Because for you to franchise any business, you need to know how the system works, right? And even if you go to a different country and to franchise your business down there, you still need to know how the system works. Again, you've talked about taxes, you need to know about taxes. I said, how did people, because sometimes you do meet people in your daily basis that you can see that the guy didn't even go to school, or the girl didn't go to school or college, university. How did they do it? Or do they have some mentors, or they pay someone to help? Because that's one thing. When I was doing your course, I was thinking to myself, because your course, it helps three variety of people that never done business before, some people that are doing business now, some people are very successful with business. Yeah, that's the way I saw it in business, because you can read as many books as you want. You can listen to audio as many as you want. You can go to work. Going to experience working with an entrepreneur, I think is a good idea to go to get that experience. What I'm trying to say is that your course, when it came to business, it really, really helps. But it also made me think to myself, but what about those people that have never done any courses like you? How did they build businesses? Because I don't believe it's luck.
Yeah, look, it's easy. It's simple and easy. 1 or 2% entrepreneurs, it's people like you said. It's luck. They all time pick up right people. They pick up right product. They sometimes don't like read or any kind of education, and they're successful, and it's great. And everyone knows these people, because you're surprised, like you understand about this person, and you see that money just go to these people. But the most important to understand that it's only 1 or 2% of people. It's true, it's people like that in our world. It's okay, they are ambitious, they have a lot of energy, they are successful. But 98% of people, it's not like that. For do their businesses, they need to understand how to do. They can't present themselves like that. Those people, like with emotions and energy, crazy. Sometimes they're crazy. 98%, it's not like that. And that people exactly, and they are successful as well. And sometimes we don't know these people. This is quite smart entrepreneurs with amazing businesses. Amazing in different markets, and they step by step build their future with books, different coaching, different mentors, different business schools, and so on. In my case, I opened this AC Business School London exactly for because it's my expertise. I help a lot of business owners and so on exactly to build their successful business models and just survive in this competitive world. Yeah, that's why we would like to provide this practical knowledge within our programs, and we get this as SPD. We were SPD members. It's like the kind of certification to increase your qualification. Yeah, we get that those, and I realize exactly. It's unfortunately or fortunately, we don't need now this long program about, 2 years, 5 years, and so on. World is so difficult, so fast, so intensive now that everyone need just understand simple stuff very quick with theoretical knowledge. It's 100%, but we need practical knowledge, and then you immediately will go like open to your business and understand you would like this business or no. Because it's honest, in our course, after our course in business school, maybe 15 or 20, even 20% of people after the course, they realize that they don't want to run their own business. And it's amazing. If after all this knowledge and practical understanding about the business processes, responsibility, resources, and so on, a person will decide that I don't want to be an entrepreneur. It's amazing. He saved his money, he saved his time, and so on, resources, mental health, and I'm proud about that. He will be successful top manager, just employee with interesting company, and in that niche he would like to be successful. Yeah. And again, for 80% of businesses, they will understand 100% what they need to do and how they could sell their business in the future. It's important for me because we are not like life is for living. Yeah, we are not here for unfortunately for hundreds years. Yeah, and sometimes you will decide to sell your business or to go to another business. And in this stage, you need clear understand how you could do it easily, fast, and so on.
Because Sergei, I want to ask you this question. You see, you came from Ukraine to here. You had the course even in Ukraine. I know you used to do it in Russian before, then now Ukrainian. Now you're doing it also in English as well. I know when you came here, you had to do something. I know some people start from working. You went straight into entrepreneurship. I know you're studying. You went to Oxford. You studied there different courses, and you're still studying. And obviously going to business networking, because you said networking for business is very important for entrepreneurs and so forth. I want to ask you this question: is that why did you open your business for school for business? What are you trying to cover? Are you trying to help more Ukrainians to go through you, or Eastern Europeans to go through you? Because obviously our culture, our mindset is different to UK. Did you do that for Eastern Europeans mostly? The business school that you opened up, or is it because you saw there's a problem with Eastern Europeans when it comes to opening up businesses here in the UK? Because now you're also
the right question is no. It's about business model, because exactly we have international knowledge, international practice. I studied in Ukraine, in Europe, in United States, in UK, successfully. I understand this difference and the common thing, the general stuff, and the uniqueness of every educational system, not every in these markets I mentioned. That's why, first of all, exactly my school, or our school is in London, because it's a brand as well. Mm-hmm. Because London is about education, it's about trust, we mentioned it before, and so on. Accreditation in UK market, it's so important, because you can't get accreditation just easy if you have something. In some different countries, maybe it's a bit easier than do it in UK. And then we move. We have a lot of clients, from Ukraine and East Europe, but we grow. We moving our business for international market. Now we created our own franchise about business school and business education, and moving forward for United States and Dubai as well. Next year, we would like to open exactly branches for English-speaking people.
So what did you say? You're becoming more of a bridge. The fact that you studied in America, you studied here, and also you understand Ukrainian mentality, you understand how the business structure works in Ukraine, or even you could say former Soviet Union. You know the mentality, the structure, you know how business works over there. You're becoming more of a bridge, because now you're in the UK studying here, you open a business here. You're helping people in the East to find clients and businesses in the UK, in the West, right?
Yeah, it's like a bridge.
Yes.
Because I am Ukrainian. My life, all my life, I'm Ukrainian. If I will be in the United States, in UK, the it's my part. Yeah, I will all times will connect the right people, like British people with Ukrainians, US people with Ukrainians.
Because we both know that a lot of Ukrainian businesses, small, medium, and large, are still in Ukraine, and they do want to work in the in Britain or in Europe, and they don't know how.
Yeah, but in other case, we have a lot of British businesses who would like to work in Ukraine.
So which they can contact you, and you can.
Yeah. Exactly. Last week I have three meetings. Yeah, they were British. Exactly. They tried to understand about Ukrainian market, how they could work there. Next week I will have 3 meetings as well. It's just British company who would like to understand about some supply chain and some different opportunities, because we learn about each other. Yes, for Ukrainians it's a great opportunity because they need Ukrainian market is struggle a little bit. Yeah, let's tell this a little bit. Yeah, but it's struggle because it's a war in our country and they need to do something with their products and companies and stuff. For West companies, it's very interesting to understand because everyone waiting for finishing the war. Yeah, and exactly it's a key. Because when the war is finished, I hopefully maybe next year or maybe this year, I don't know. Yeah, it will be a completely different situation because Ukraine now is a brand. What doesn't mean brand? Because brand, if you know about country, about people, about a lot of stuff. Now in all the world, everyone know about where is Ukraine, what's the main directions, about trust, because a lot of money spent in Ukraine, a lot of manipulations about corruptions and so on. But honestly, a lot of people spend money in Ukraine, some donations, some charities, some businesses and so on, and they understand more tax system as well. But everyone's scared about war. And insurance company is so important because if you would like work with business or lives people, you need to work with the insurance company. Well, if war will continue, I think it's no sense for insurance company operate in Ukraine. Yeah, if it will finish immediately, like in a couple months, will be insurance companies. There's investment will be secured by government or and other businesses and so on. It will be completely different situation. And in this stage, yeah, I think I will be one of the right person to speak with, how to collaborate with different kind of businesses in Ukraine. And I'm proud about Ukrainians because the military part, they protect our land and our country and so on. Our business people, yeah, they protect economic and stuff and so on. It's not easy now in Ukraine. And they have association, business clubs and so on. They try to collaborate, to share knowledge and so on. And it's amazing because for business world, it's not so common, you know. You need to struggle a little bit to be honest with your competitors and so on and so on. Nowadays in Ukraine, everyone try to help each other exactly to go to sorry about that, and to go to UK market or different market and so on. I think I did a lot of introduction for British entrepreneurs who would like just to simple conversation with Ukrainian entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Thank you. I want to ask you some of your final advices for Ukrainians or Eastern Europeans here in the UK. How can Ukrainians build credibility and a network quickly in the UK?
Simple question. Business clubs, a lot of business clubs it depends of your niche. If services, product, manufacturing, and so on. UK, it's about clubs and association. Exactly, I am a member of BNI Club. It's it's not advertising. I'm just a member of this club. It's thousands of small and medium-sized micro and small businesses there. Yeah, it's amazing business club and a lot of communications and so on. I am a member of London Business Club. It's some people about with medium-sized businesses and big businesses. It's about M&A deals, some about investment. I get knowledge there, right contacts, networking, and so on. That's why you need to pick up just the right society for yourselves and be active there. What does it mean? It means that you have to go to that meetings, to be proactive, like to speak with people, like, and so on. And it's not like, in my case, it's about 6 months, I think. 6 months, like, action like that, and you will have success with your contact, with your trust, with right contacts, credibility, yeah, and some understanding. It's you mentioned some understanding about local market, because if you will be in this society, they all times talking about news, keen, about politics, refugees, migration, and so on. And even if you try to find out about business and opportunities, you will listen exactly all this little chat about different stuff in a local market.
Sergei, I noticed in our conversation, you're a developer, you're constantly growing, understanding, and obviously changing your shifts of mindset. I want to ask you, what mindset shifts helped you grow the most?
I like to build something big and exactly some, maybe not big. I would like to build something that really could change some lives. It's not maybe something, yeah, but it's even everyone could do it. In my case, it's knowledge, yeah. I get my knowledge, I go through my life, I did my mistakes, and then I clearly understand how another person could avoid that mistake. It's simple. But in my case, I could give this knowledge in this technology and nowadays for thousands of people, and about my family, exactly. Family give me a lot of energy and a lot of understanding why we are here, why and for what. And what exactly family and some big goal, it's so important for me. And I am Ukrainian, how I said, I love Ukraine, I love Ukrainian people, everyone waiting for this terrible tragedy when it will finish, and I think everyone will have a lot of work there just to help with a lot of stuff, and I think my little piece will be there as well.
Thank you, Sergei. Sergei, final is, where can we find more about you, your business, and if we want to be part of the course or we want to be part of the business school that you open in London, we want to know more about businesses and so forth, where can we find you? Are you on social media? Do you have a website? Where can we find you?
Yeah, it's easy as well. AC Business School London. It's very easy manage. Google will find it immediately, and company house. And you can understand. You could understand about our programs, about our mission, and so on and so on. If you're talking about consultancy and business brokerage, it's called AC Consulting Group. You will immediately pick up social media and our homepage and could contact us directly.
I'll write everything in the description.
Yes,
Sergei, my last my outro I want to finish off is, Sergei doesn't sugarcoat anything, and he shouldn't. If you want to build something in this country, you need more than ambition. You need structure, systems, discipline, and an identity strong enough to survive criticism. Thank you for watching that Identity Talks. No filters, no compromises. See you in the next episode. Thank you very much, Sergei.
Thank you for having me.
And your English is good. It's
Better.
Very good.
Better.